They call me Mr. Reverend Preacher Man, Billy Bob. Get thee behind thee, Beelzebub. And hey man, while you're back there, won't you fix me a drink?
There have been many documentaries about bands that have already achieved their dreams. This is not one of those documentaries.
So what's your ideas on this documentary? What should we do with it?
Let me take a picture of fuck it first.
I'll get a shot of you taking a picture of fuck it. What do you think the legacy of Wiggle Pussy is?
Just another band out there that probably were really talented and had all the ability and creativity to make it as a band, but lacked the ambition to actually make it work. And trust me, I'm sure there's thousands of them, but I think we were one of the better ones, so I really do believe that.
Ultimately, it's going to end anyway. Everything does. Not to be a pessimist, but this is just the way.
How the fuck can you tell your grandmother that you're in a band called Wiggle Pussy? Which, yeah, that's kind of this.
Is that the barometer you have to set for like selecting a name?
You know, no, not wait. Oh no, nobody wants to disappoint their grandma though. Mine used to say, she would call me up every now and then and said, I looked for your band in a porno magazine last week and I couldn't find it.
Matter of fact, we shouldn't even been Indiana. It should have just been straight up fucking Wiggle Pussy. Wiggle Pussy. No, we added the Indiana because we didn't want to just be Wiggle Pussy. That was a little too ballsy. See? Bunch of pussies. We were. But Wiggle Pussy, Indiana, sounds fun to say. It's fun. Yeah, that's where we thought to make it. We were trying to figure out. Everybody's always asking, what are you guys about? What's your music like? Fucking if I know, man. Everybody wants a label.
You have another band. Wiggle Pussy, Indiana. They are coming. And I don't know if I knew that typically too well. Oh, Wiggle Pussy, that's a nice name.
She told me what to do with the body. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. Born in South Alabama. In an old 3-room shack. She had a tongue like a hammer.
Do we take the road or the road less traveled?
I wonder what that leads to, but I think we'll get a better view over there.
Maybe, but that's the road less traveled.
Is it though?
Look at it. This
It's been worn down.
It's a paved path.
That's what I think that's what everyone thinks when they come here.
I say we-
They say, hey, let's take this instead of that. But and eventually everyone takes this one.
Yeah, that's an introduction that Des just made up. By the way, we're Wiggle Pussy, Indiana. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Now, a lot of people all the time ask us, well, what the hell does Wiggle Pussy, Indiana mean? And to us, it's kind of like a fictional town where we live. It's in the middle of your brain, you know. So you get to vacation in reality and spend time in Wiggle Pussy fucking shit up. We're gonna take you on a little journey through a place that most people haven't been, and I feel lucky to have been there. And tonight we got just complete intimate feel, so you guys yell out shit to us, and we're gonna do our best to explain what the hell's going on.
So we tried to come up with this lame ass little story. Wiggle Pussy's a town that exists somewhere else, and we all go to it. And right now, if you're a street team member, you're part of the population of Wiggle Pussy, Indiana. God damn, man. Romper room shit right there.
You ready? Keep on talking, man. Get to this.
Okay, I'm ready. No show prep for this one. Just all off the cuff. I take it you'll be editing this?
No, not at all.
No. Can't wait to see the final product.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's going to be like interesting and it's going to be funny. And I think it'll have a lot of significance to the people that were actually part of it. But I don't know. It's outside of that. I don't know how much people are going to be that into it. But back in the day, though, I mean, it was fun. We had a lot of fun times, didn't we? The bucket. I miss those days.
So we're playing this outdoor festival outside of Cincinnati, a place called Loveland. And right before we played this song, it was cool. It was the hippie festival thing and all that. And Des said, if you got any weed, smoke it now. I know you can't do that in here, but but now you know where your mind's go.
So what's the theme of your album?
He just stops, pops it in his mouth, and just tastes those like grandiose seconds.
Care to talk about that?
Whoa, and then just walks away.
Why are we
And
here?
then the
What are we
sister
supposed to
says,
do?
whoa,
And where are we
it's like,
going?
whoa, and then just walks away.
Why are we here?
And then the
What are we
sister
supposed to
says,
do? And where are we
it's like,
going?
whoa.
I knew I had to do some sort of like interview thing today, and I would probably have been thinking this regardless of that. But as I was walking back from the train station here, after having Bill and Des and you here for a day or so, it was like, well, what the hell was all of that? Like, what was right or wrong with it? But like, what was it? I would say what it was. You know, somewhere along your life as you grow up, you have to decide to be a professional at something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, but you should. If you want to be a master, be a professional, then you have to make that decision at some point to like devote yourself to something greater. This band was not that. It was the opposite of that. It could have been that under different circumstances, but it wasn't. It was a self-perpetuated way of not having to make that decision to actually be a master at it, to be a professional at it.
Oh Lord, I done went around the bend. I looked through the door like keyhole. I saw them dancing like flames in a gasoline rain. They were licking their lips and calling my name. Well, fresh off the killing, drunk on blood, they were stumbling through the bubbling mud. In their eyes, the tides of ocean rise.
we as a band tried very hard to break into the industry.
When it's all said and done, how do you feel about the music?
I love it.
I've been letting my brain around on a 50-foot chain. My fear is getting heavier and I feel forgotten my name. Blink my bloodshot eyes with the bone jarring thud. Hiding from the storm, down in the mud. If it all didn't look so red, I swear I got the blues. If it all didn't look so red, I swear I got the blues.
For better or for worse, because it wouldn't have been what it was if it didn't happen that way, which is this like dysfunctional family, which is great. But now it definitely makes me look at like the creative lifestyle as something that needs to be like, you need to focus your life and actually start making some sacrifices, and usually those sacrifices are time and working through hard stuff.
Smash my head through all the walls, my safety on the other side. I wish my mind would leave me alone, but I can't stop the things I know. Running naked through the streets with the hair on fire, thinking I'm dancing around and down the electrical wire. I'm smoking on a bucket with a human bone, go out to find the sunset and come back home.
Putting a band up on stage and making people say the word wiggle pussy, because who knows what it means really. It's not
No, it's just that word.
dirty,
And
but yeah,
it's a
it's the word
combination.
pussy that
Yeah.
freaks people out. And I was kind of like, my thinking at the time was, okay, here's the dividing line: people that can take it, people that can be progressive and kind of laugh at life, and other people who are going to be too fucking stuck up. They're going to hate it. And I kind of liked having that dividing line.
Polarizing effect.
Yeah, the polarizing effect that went along with the rebellious nature of everything.
If it all didn't look so red, I swear I got the blues. If it all didn't look so red, I swear I got the blues.
No, if you're just gonna film stuff, then what do you really have to say? What are you but a camera? Like, what do you do for peace? How do you center yourself? So, like, when are you really ever happy?
Can you achieve true happiness and still think about everything like the way it is?
No, it's through doing.
But will you ever reach that though? There's always going to be something different.
There's always going to be something different, and why are you doing it in the first place?
No.
You know?
We had a goddamn great time. Every time we stepped on that stage, we had fun, and time stood still. There are only two situations for me in my life where time stands still. It's irrelevant. Nothing else matters but the moment. One of those times is performing, playing on that stage, living in that moment. It lasts forever. And sharing that moment with, my best friends, creating this sonic, whatever, just this music. Next thing you know, you blink, and it's the last show will ever play. The next thing you know, you blink, and it's over. The other time is having sex, making love.
Right? Because as a band, you can only afford like $500 for an old like 1984 Dodge something. No floorboards, constantly exploding, and oftentimes no brakes. Like really exploding. Right. Not exploding. So there's one time we're in Cincinnati at the Midpoint Music Festival. It's relatively hilly there, and I got up in the morning and partook in some herbal remedy for my problem, whatever it happened to be. And then when I get in the van, when we get to the van, and they're like, "Oh, it's your turn to drive." Oh shit! So I started driving the van and realized the brakes are not working. we're going down a hill in a grade that's like this. Somebody help me out with the math of the angle. 45. So my drummer says to me, I'll always remember this, he just goes, dude, aim for the small trees. That's kind of like what tonight's going to be like. A lot of these songs haven't played in a long time. We're going to do it with all we got and see what happens. Yeah. Stick around for a little bit. We're going to be a few minutes still, so thanks for being here, everybody. Yeah. I should have peed while I had the chance. You guys having a good time tonight? Yeah! This is really cool. It's kind of bittersweet, you know, because we've been doing this for so long. It's such an important part of our lives. And like, I see so many familiar faces here that have been hanging out with us for so long. I'm getting all teary-eyed. Thank you guys. That's all I can say.
I don't know, these guys play inside my brain. It's deja vu music. You fucking heard these songs before you were born. And now you hear it for the first time and it's freaky.
And now it's all gone.
It's not gone, it's still in your head. Little Pussy, Indiana is the place in your brain. Reality's a vacation. That's what these boys taught me.
You know what?
How you feel about that last show, man?
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to?
It's too moving. It's sad. I don't know. I may shed once. I've seen like a metamorphosis into nothingness. It's been a wild ride.
Alright, if you had to summarize your band, let's say like for Wikipedia or something, how would you do it?
A guitarless, progressive, underground band from Columbus, Ohio that, yeah, and I think I would stop there. That was the biggest, we never knew what to call it, so I don't know what to say.
But the music, it was just so free and experimental and artistic, non-commercial whatsoever.
So, okay, the band, bunch of dudes, we had a dream, lived the dream, then woke up. Okay, a little more than that, huh?
Yeah, a little more.
That's about a nutshell as you can get right there. When you're asking this, 2.5 years after we've been obviously away from each other, and so having like you and Lawrence and Bill here now, and then ask a question like the birth of the band, you can see things a little in a different light, from a different point of view. God, there was a world to conquer, and we were going to do that through music. It was exciting. Then they have the balls to sit there and call themselves Wiggle Pussy, Indiana. Yeah, like, fuck the man, break the mold, think outside the box. That's what we were going for. And the music that we wanted to write was exactly that too. We didn't do it for anyone else but ourselves. So I guess maybe a little bit of self-indulgence, but we didn't think so though.
This whole backstage thing will be a lot cooler in like a year or two from now, when it's like just filled with like, women, token naked bitches. Like
women and drugs.
2 to 10,000 people out there instead of like 80.
Thank you. I believe that's the end of our set. Thanks for watching.
How is this working to the The progress of wiggle pussy.
The progress?
Progress. Progress.
This is paying your dues. Earning respect for yourself. You gotta earn that shit. Just be like, nah, dude. We had plenty of times driving the shit-ass blizzard snow to play for 10 people for a half a fucking hour. Drive 2 hours per half hour of playing. No, 4 hours per half hour of playing.
Yep, there and back.
Just because it's fucking what you do.
Because that's how you do it. Be careful, dude.
And how fucking cool would it be if you got me just fucking straight up fall down the stairs?
How do you make the siren work? Yeah, God. What are you gonna do? Step back toward the car, sorry. Illegal procedure. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
Make the siren work. So we're gonna get our whole loading up experience at 2 in the morning. Documented.
So you remember the good old days.
So the one day when it happens that we don't have to do this anymore,
we can look back.
We'll look back and look at this video and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe we ever did that." You know, our approach was the things you gotta do to be a rock star. Oh, the trials and tribulations. We were young, but not that young. Old enough to know that we wanted to do something different at the time. And came together as a bunch of intellectuals. And I say that just because we enjoyed talking about other things than football or the weather. That's kind of how it all started. And then, you know, we just started translating those conversations into music, and found that as our creative source, our outlet. Had a lot of fun, and then thought, let's make a living doing this. This sounds like a good idea. Let's try, you know. So, and in the process, we all became best friends. Again, had a lot of fun, had a lot of heartache, but more fun, craziness. Wrote 3 albums, toured, broke down 2 vans. You know, we started a dream, let's do this. One day we might have a tour bus. Hell, one day we might have a tour plane. Now, we never thought that. I just thought tour bus. We all have our own little beds, whatever. And then, broke up. No, but you get older, we got older, I guess. Realized that we were fighting an uphill battle. And that was it.
Sleep all day, if you wake up and the sun's gone away. Yeah. That's definitely That's definitely one for archives. No, what's that archive? You recorded that? Go turn it off, Dave! Turn it off! You didn't come up to the phone. I did.
Is it possible to have a rehearsal without people getting high?
Is it possible to have a rehearsal without someone commenting about whether it's possible to have a rehearsal without people getting high?
That is the question.
That came out correctly, didn't it?
I mean, I can't even think of a worse band name. Like, what do you want to call like a band called like Big Twat, Shit Stain, Cocksucker, Dripping Pussy? You know, Fuck Juice. I mean, how much worse could the name be? It's like, it's really down there at the bottom.
Yeah, fine. It's a stupid name. But it's not about the name, it's about the music that we play. If it's gonna alienate people, they'll eventually find out. They'll eventually come around. That's okay, that's the hard part.
Do you think that will happen in Columbus though?
Who cares what happens in Columbus? We're not
But that's
playing
where you're
Columbus
at.
anymore. Yeah, we're at Columbus, but we're playing. We're international, baby.
Why do you think they don't have a bigger following?
Why do I think they don't have a bigger following? Because people haven't fucking heard it.
Is that why?
Yeah. You ever seen Airheads?
Yeah.
They're in the back of the studio. They're like, this fucking shit rocks. How come you never play it? They're like, people don't like it. He's like, that's because you never fucking play it, dickhead. That's why people don't like it. And when people hear shit that's good, they'll like it.
Yeah.
You got what it takes.
Dude, oh god. Where's that at? I'm 27 on the 27th. This is my fucking limit here. Either I'm gonna die tonight. No, don't say that. Either I'm gonna die tonight. I'm gonna live on. I'm killing myself. Stupid shit's gonna happen tonight. Or I'm gonna move on. That's it. This is my fucking year. This is my fucking year.
What was life like in the beginning when you guys were all just enthusiastic that you want to conquer the world?
Definitely a pretty cool feeling, just feeling like, you know, wow, we've really got something here. Everybody, it's just only a matter of time before everybody comes around and understands where we're coming from and really appreciates this art as well as we do. And it didn't take too long to realize that ultimately nobody gave a shit.
Definitely surprised they don't have a bigger fan base than they do. I mean, there's not many bands of that genre to fill that are, you know, splitting the market or anything.
So are your shows usually this empty an hour and a half before? Without the people, I mean,
Disheartening. You know, me and Skins and I, we're always like, so where's the people? Where are the people at? So, 3 people, wow. But you know what? We're gonna fucking blast those people and blow them up, rock their asses off. The thing is those 3 people weren't even listening because they're at the bar, getting hammered, not even paying attention. Talking about the Browns. A little disheartening, but you know what? It didn't really matter because we had a goddamn great time. Every time we stepped on that stage, we had fun.
This place is packed. There's like 100, 200 people. I don't know. I exaggerate a lot, but in my mind, there are like 1,000 people in here. And they all fucking left except for our hardcore motherfuckers.
Dudes, we have millions of fans, imaginary fans in our heads, and they fucking love this shit.
When we wrote music, we were like, okay, when we write this part, all those people would be like, like, yeah, all those people when we play like the promo last, which we never got to. We were looking at Shanti one day.
Yeah, well, now we're rambling.
Do you think there is an audience for you hiking?
There's always an audience, but that aside, as long as it's like pretty decent in terms of like musicality, which it was, obviously, or not obviously, but then of course there's an audience. It's just probably not a very big one. But you gotta remember, we were coming into this being like, we're totally gonna play Madison Square Garden within like 5 years.
I don't know if people just didn't get us. You know, either people got us or they really didn't get us. And the people that got us came out and supported us. You know, like the 10 or 15 people that came out really got it. But in Columbus, I mean, there's just not a whole lot of support for live music in St. Marie.
It's stifling. As much as they want to say that the city is up and coming.
That's all I've heard for the last 7 years.
It probably is, but I don't want to be dead by the time it happens. I mean, I'm sure it will.
There's a lot of creative people doing a lot of creative things, but once they get enough to where they know that they can actually need to put it in the marketplace for people, this is not a marketplace.
Yeah, dude, it's like being in the waiting room while you're getting your oil changed.
Yeah.
You know, shitty magazine. Bad coffee. It's like,
There's always bad magazines you never want to look at. I know that.
No one here is going to produce film or going to get and produce music or going to get and produce anything.
It's not diss in Columbus. It's the reality.
I say this, I said it 1,000 times. You want to do something fucking unique and have an idea for something and want to find a way to get support for it, do it.
you may as well just like
Go to fucking Northern California.
Dude,
It's not like you're gonna make it if you go out there and
Right.
fucking crap. It's simply that the place
More potential.
breeds receptiveness and support for that. You know, if you fail, you're gonna fail, but you're gonna fail on your own because of bad timing or because of bad judgment or because of bad execution. But you know, yeah, or bad quality.
But do you have to leave, Des?
Huh?
Do you have to
This
leave?
is yours. Yeah, it's a memento.
You sure?
Everybody does. You put in your archives.
I don't think Columbus is conducive to the arts. I don't.
Oh, really?
That's America, though.
Yeah, what you want? Down in the city, man. We're about to go down in the city. You ready to get mean?
What city are you going to?
Wiggle Pussy, Indiana.
Oh.
Walls are stained with longing. I can feel the world is turning. I can smell those cities burning 1,000,000 miles away. And it's raining in my bedroom, and the bills are piling up to my ears in mental debt, with no soul left to pay. Everybody wanna get the money, drive a big ass car down public lane. Big fat finger on the big red button in the media church. You can buy your savior. Forget about the government. What's bad is good, and what's good is worse. Forget about the life you've been sold. Just minding my own business, man. Trying to keep my head straight. Hold up in this ashtray town. Looking out for better days. I don't believe you tell the truth.
How did living in Columbus affect your music?
It allowed us to pay rent. I guess that's what everyone says. There's an oversaturation of bands and artists in Columbus because it's kind of cheap to live and it's an easy way out, if you will. I don't know. I'm not going to badmouth Columbus. I think it's pretty cool. However, coming up to San Francisco right now, oh dear God.
So I think it was a really good environment to write music in, to be honest, because there was a lot to rail against. And also, the city itself, especially having the Bucket downtown, it was, you know how the downtown there is like a ghost town after 5 o'clock, you know? So it was like every night we could go down into the belly of the city in the Bucket, you know, underneath the street basically. And it felt like we kind of felt like we owned the city. It was cool.
There was a very apathetic, that town. Columbus is very apathetic to the arts. They'd rather go watch their Buckeyes and support douchebaggery. Not to say the Buckeyes are douchebaggery, but just douchebaggery. Let's sit on our fat asses and watch So You Think You're Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, or reality TV, rather than go out and support the arts. It was always neat going, I tell you what, starting to go out of town, and then, being in Columbus was a little rough, but it started to get really cool towards the end. That's the flip side. We started getting a pretty good following towards the end. I'm talking, 11 people, maybe 12, and again, not counting girlfriends. That extra 1 or 2 people started, making us feel like, wow, we're starting to kick it.
Indiana from Columbus, Ohio, which is all weird style to you. That's up here is having trouble here in the city. You guys having a good time tonight? You know, shit face.
You're in like the last place that it seems you have any audience for new, fun, experimental stuff. Just the poking at the boundaries, the play that's involved. The last place that seems receptive to it.
It's called filmmaking. Have you ever heard of it?
Everything else around you, yeah, it just sucks of that, stinks of that Midwestern Christian right
competitiveness,
sports only, like that the only point in life is to, get your fucking house in the suburbs, have your wife that you don't really even like after the first 2 years, have kids that you run away from by going to golf tournaments and watching football all the time. Why you sit and worry about college football only and not even,
yeah, right.
That's all that life's about. And anyone who wants to poke at that idea and not necessarily burst the bubble, but tap on it to see where it might burst, is, the enemy.
Or even say, hey, look at this. Oh, I don't want to look at that.
You don't want to look at that.
Like, what makes you tick that makes you want to make film or art?
The absurdity of life.
And every day you're amazed at what happens.
I'm amazed at what I see.
And that brings you some kind of perverse joy.
That's the part of being an artist. That's part of doing this, though.
But then why are you doing it?
You have to walk through hell to get... You have to walk through the poop to get to the platinum.
Right. You walk through the poop to get to the platinum, or you walking through the poop just to get to the platinum. Like, why are you walking through? Why are you walking through the poop to begin with? That's the problem that I have all the time with confidence and writing stuff or even singing stuff. Like, what is it?
Are you watching him poop? I'll see you guys. I'm out of here.
Peace. I guess that is kind of a pervasive thing, more like meat and potatoes, college football kind of vibe, but the city itself has I think it has a pretty thriving underground culture. And the stuff on the surface, I think, that pushes everything to the underground, it makes that underground culture kind of congeal a little bit, and people become more passionate about it. Those people who like want to take that chance and try and do something cool artistically or whatever.
You want to feed off. You're inspired by other people that do things professionally. Like every time you're around an artist that is actually living as an artist full time, then you get the notion that you could do it too, and you see how they do it, and you talk, and you help each other out. There's that camaraderie, and you're part of a community, right? You're part of an artistic, a creative community.
Yes.
And there's none of that community there. There's all these like individual little pockets of people trying to like just
do it on
be
their own.
the one.
Do it on their own.
Yeah. On their own, not really supporting each other. If anything, it's just supporting each other and like hang out, drinking.
Yeah.
That's the support. The after hours support.
Thank you to the people who are at the bucket tonight. The underground. Let's get down. Let's get down. Let's get down with the underground.
In some small sort of way, our bucket played although it was a small role, I think we really kind of gave Columbus a little bit of an underground art scene, I'd like to think.
What was the bucket like? What are your memories of it?
Dark, purple and pink, hazy, yeah, red, not a whole lot of air. I was into breathing nice, sweet, clean oxygen, and man, there was no ventilation down there. Every single person was a chain smoker. Every single person was chain smoking, pot cigarettes, regular cigarettes. Oh, and Lord knows what type of other chemicals were down in that basement.
The bucket?
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing of all, man. That was like, a rock and roll clubhouse, It's something that, it's like, it's so funny. It's kind of like a dream now, but yeah, and sure, a lot of it was just going down there and partying and being with cool people. But it had, I don't know, it just had like a special place. Like you could go down there and express yourself, and I had the freedom to do that. And I think the type of people it attracted really opened all of our eyes into like different experiences. There's so many like artists and writers and filmmakers and actors, and just people that were struggling and trying to do something cool that they believed in. And I think that spirit was there in the bucket. And it was like our own little underground rock and roll clubhouse dream. It was cool. Nights ago.
Really? It's tight.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Those of them I can't deny. When a girl walks in with an ugly waist and a rocking in your face, you get strong. Better roll up to 'em, better drive it down. Oh baby, I wanna get with you. Can take your picture.
Super slow. Like, so fellas,
What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
I want your soul.
Hey,
It's already sold, damn it.
Who'd you sell it to?
I got damn good money for it too.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, the fact that, say, like with the Doors and Hendrix, not everybody was making a CD. To go and make a record, you had to have something, and you had to have somebody back you up to say, I believe in it. Now everybody has one. Everybody has a CD. Oversaturation of the market, which is why I was asking if Andy Warhol would be successful today, if you were to start today, because of the oversaturated media. Everybody's doing it. With technology, everybody can be a filmmaker. Everybody can have a band, garage band. I don't even have to have musical knowledge to create music. And then here's my CD. I mean, Jesus.
I think we're good enough to make it. I really do. I think that I think we've improved every single album. But you know, I mean, I think it's hard to say. I mean, I think we're good enough to make it. But there's so many good bands out there that are never gonna get any recognition. It's tough, man. It's like I think it's been kind of a tough decade for music.
What do you think about tonight?
I had fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fun. Those 3 songs were fun.
From the
sweaty.
I like standing in front of a big black pole.
From the from the music industry aspect.
I don't know, man. Who knows?
Take it off scene.
I mean, it seemed cool when we talked to the dudes. It seemed cool, but they could just be saying what they gotta say to get us.
Yeah,
they were nice. They didn't say anything enlightening.
No. They just pretty much said we listened to a lot of shit over the past 3 days, and it's nice to see a good band.
Yeah.
Isn't it
But for some reason, it felt a lot more genuine when the 6 or 7 people that are just randomly in the crowd came up and said the same thing.
Yeah.
But isn't it a little frustrating to have those guys that obviously have the power to just not do it, not be able to latch onto it and do something with it?
They're looking for something specific, probably.
Think so?
Yeah, we gotta make our own way with what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, they're looking for an easy sell, like some hot chick with big boobs.
Yeah. Well, what the A&R guys have to say?
A&R guys, they're first of all, we kind of knew what we were getting into. We said, we should have just basically stood up there, flapped out our dicks, just do this for 15 minutes. We would have gotten the same response. They would have been, yep, that was unique and original, I can tell you that for sure. So yeah, we got that. Of course we got.
So they already told you what you already knew.
We get 3 people telling us, yep, you guys are really good, man. You really stuck out. You're one of the better bands that played here. It's kind of the same thing when a girl tells you when you fuck her pretty good. It's just like, man, you might have been one of the best fucks I've ever had. Bitch had 50 men, come on now. She says that to all the guys.
My commentary would be anytime that I'm around the industry, the music industry, you just feel dirty.
We're just so stupid. We play places like Dick's Bodacious Barbecue, We play shows where there's okay, you got 3 songs. The biggest band buffet you could ever imagine. We do these shows for 5 years. It's the hardest fucking thing, because you have to think 5 years of doing this shit, It's a hard road to do this whole thing. I was gonna go to medical school.
Well, look what you're doing instead.
I would have been kicking it. But now I'm living in the shackles of fucking society.
Don't you guys just need to get out on the road?
And play for 10 people?
How else do you do it? You had the A&R guys right there.
I tell you what, those fucking 10 people are fucking great, man. I love those 10 people who come to our shows. I fucking love them because they're all about music and life. And they believe, But 5 years, all we got is 10 people.
Opened up my mouth, all the light in the universe came pouring out. So bright that darkness hid, all the oceans boiled into clouds. When I cried my tears
What makes you guys tick as a band? What are you guys thinking?
The reason that I'm addicted to this experience of being in this band is because we're not thinking about anything when it's right, you know? You just kind of fucking, you go somewhere else and it's, do you understand it?
Yeah, I understand, but it's just fucking weird.
Well, do you really understand it though? Like, you follow the urges at the detriment of the rest of your life.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, now I just don't give a shit. I used to be just obsessive about trying to get somewhere, and now I just enjoy living in the moment. You know, if you're gonna enjoy your life, that's the way to do it. As opposed to always thinking about the destination, you should, you know, enjoy the trip.
So how'd the name change come about?
Had a good time to video. Pan out. It was like, I don't know, just, I was always like, we can never be anything but Wiggle Pussy, but we were shooting ourselves in the foot the whole fucking time. It's stupid.
Being
so
stubborn?
Stupid. Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna be a big rock band and fucking make money and people are gonna like us. We're gonna call ourselves Wiggle Pussy and turn like 95% of the people off to us in the first fucking place. So then it was just, I don't know, Black Cat Revival just kind of pooped out. And it was
Just who pooped it out?
I don't remember. All of us. And it like collaborative. Yeah.
You know, labels, you know, talking to us, you know, label support, and you know, start getting people, you know, labels saying, yeah, it's cool, you know, but your name, do something about your name. It's not gonna work. Again, being influenced to go to the dark side because, you know, it's not marketable. We fucking bought into it and changed our name. Fuck, man. Even if it, bad. I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck you're up to. And I remember a few of these maybe recordings that we had about the name, because you're always so, what about the name, guys? What about the name? It's just a fucking name. Sellouts, fucking name. Because we're pussy. And I kind of vaguely might remember at some point when I was like, fucking the Wiggle Pussy name is it. And fuck
That's not me. I'm not doing that.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm all like,
Dude.
And then you're gonna show a clip where like, it's gonna be me doing that. And then it's gonna be going, yeah, I think it was a really good decision.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Hey, Des.
Yo.
We were just discussing.
No, don't even bring it up.
We gotta bring it up.
No, it's like it's pointless. It's just a long, pointless.
Oh, is it about the fucking name? Dude, we have a logo. Did you see the logo?
I know. No, I know exactly. Why do you have to? Why do you have to do that?
Because we're supposed to tie in everything together. It makes sense. Wiggle Pussy Indiana. So people want to know, what the fuck is Wiggle Pussy Indiana? What is it? I don't know. So we have to think about it. We think about our music.
Right.
Okay. We all have cats. You know, this is Wiggle Pussy Indiana right here. Now what do you think? If they want to get caught up on the fucking name, they're not going to like the music anyway.
That's not true.
It's our name, and that's how it's going to be.
I know, but it's a conversation worth having.
Yeah, but I'm tired of having it. It's always been had because...
What bad would it do if you did change your name?
Sellouts, man, because we're pussy. We started this whole project under the premise of non-pretentiousness. It's our name. It's like naming your child. And we have a bastard child. We named our child Wiggle Pussy. That's just how it is.
In retrospect, I wish we had not done that. That's probably my only regret, is that we changed our name. Yes, that is my only regret, that we changed our name, which I was a big proponent of. Fucking idiot. And really the main reason, I mean, again, there's that frustration of like, maybe we should be doing something different. There was always that like, maybe we should be doing something different. Since we're not like on the stage of Madison Square Garden, maybe we're doing something different. So let's change up the things we could think of to change up.
it's silly to think that a name is going to turn somebody away.
But it
no matter
does.
how good you are, you can
Right.
be fantastic. It doesn't matter, but you have the dumbest name, and people are going to say "fuck you" right off the bat. Who are you trying to be funny to? It's the dumbest thing we ever thought of. But it was cool for what it was, and also for the music, how the change in the music happened from the first two albums to this album. It's a good separation to say that Wigglepuss Indiana were these two albums. Okay? Weren't the most successful, but it did what it needed to do to help us with this one, which I think is a very good album. Black Cat Revival's first.
You eventually got what you wanted with the name change.
I did, but you know, that might have been a jump the shark moment with that band. This is the name change.
Fun times. Fun times. So then the Black Cat Revival, we wanted to follow along with the whole model. The model, listen to me, the model. The idea of the Black Cat of Rock. I liked it. So Black Cat came up, and then we couldn't just be Black Cat because, I don't know, I think there's another band called Black Cat, so we just added the revival because it was kind of a revival of our spirits, maybe, because we might have started to get a little down on ourselves because our second album didn't do that well. But that's all subjective and whatever. But to us, you know, we didn't conquer the world with it. So, you know, just the 10 people who really liked it, that was, I mean, you guys rock.
And I really would like to think that it wasn't changed simply because of me. I'd like to think, whoa, text message. I'd like to think that Des deep down inside and Bill deep down inside wanted to change it too, but just maybe we're too pussy to say anything about it.
You know, we were talking earlier about the rebellious nature of the band or of the music, but as a band, as a functioning unit, trying to have some degree of success, we were such pansies about everything. We were so afraid of what impression that we would leave on like either fans or bar owners or whatever. I think we were too safe in that respect.
With growing up and then seeing the reality start to come into fruition, we might have toned it down a little bit. We maybe consciously decided to tone it down a little bit because all we wanted to do is be accepted. That's so not punk rock, you know. It's fuck it, I don't give a shit what you think or how you think it. We kind of cared though.
Well, how different was the approach from the second to third? What was the big difference?
The approach?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't want to say it. I mean, I wouldn't say the approach, but yeah, the whole process was, I don't want to do it, to say that we wanted to be more marketable.
Is that why it changed so much?
Yeah. But in the defense of the third album, it's still fucking out there. You can't just go to a party, hey, pop in this is great shit. Because everybody'd be like, what? It's not Justin Timberlake.
In 1977, NASA launched the Voyager spacecraft deep into the unknown. It carried a golden record containing the story of mankind for any sentient life that might encounter it, however slim the chance. Today, it is farther into space than any other man-made object, and soon it will be too far away to communicate back to us. It is a bottle flung into the cosmic ocean. We are calling out.
I'm a spaceman from the future. Baby, take my hand, I will not lie to you. I'm a human raised by humans. In another life, we are all weird aliens. We are one.
2006, Omnibucket will release another golden record into the abyss, 11 Billion, the debut album from modern pop's evil twin, Black Cat Revival. Raw and refined, familiar and new, 11 Billion captures the sound of a band yearning to make people face the surreal and sometimes frightening truths that we don't know why we're here. We don't know what we're supposed to do. And we don't know where we're going. 11 Billion will enter your galaxy in April. We are calling out.
Do you guys think anything will change once you release this next album?
What will change?
Predict any changes?
God, yeah, I don't know. What?
I don't know. Said it's the best stuff.
I don't know, we always think it is when we're writing it, so.
At least it's getting better then.
We always think it's going to change. We thought the first album was going to be like
groundbreaking. But because we were young and stupid.
You gotta give it time though, you gotta be patient.
We're going to totally...
we didn't know what to expect from it, so we thought we were going to...
Yeah, we have our second album, we were like, same thing. Our third, of course, we're thinking big thing.
Man.
We're like, this is the one. No, we're not there. Kind of, I guess, forgot about that. Well, fuck you fucking assholes.
Who are these people though, seriously?
The media. The Columbus media.
Are they that elitist?
Probably, yeah, apparently. They are facts.
What are you gonna do? Send them a dildo?
Yeah, we're gonna get a big
the biggest one there is.
There's a big black dildo. We're gonna give them some lube, put it in a box with our logo on it, and just put thank you for everything. I
don't even want to write it out. I just want to have it.
I like the idea of just putting the logo on it.
You don't want to put thank you?
That is good, just the
logo.
You don't need just the logo.
Do you want to put a picture of all of us just be like this?
No, I want the logo.
About why they.
You sent him a dildo. Do you really need to give him a finger too?
I think they'll get the message.
You guys, I'm absolutely down with that one.
I'm down with that idea.
Because at this point, we're gonna burn every bridge we have in Columbus, but we never even had anything in Columbus.
You know what?
Like,
yeah, we're done here.
And that really fucked me up because, like, what are we gonna do? Start another band and stay in fucking Columbus with these people who give a shit? Like, we are not gonna write music that's gonna fit this fucking demographic. We want to write music to be creative, to be expressive. I don't want to write music for fucking middle life or midlife cycle. It's not gonna work. We are always gonna be faced with this shit, and we have to get out, dude. Maybe if we did really bust our balls, sweating our faces off every day trying to get our name out there, we might have been in a different spot right now.
But did the thought ever cross your guys' mind to spend that money on touring rather than playing?
We were just trying to get through in Columbus, man.
Really?
Yeah, not at the time.
We didn't even.
That's
we were just
amazing.
like step. We had to make sure we'd do okay in Columbus. Well, the point, we never really did okay in Columbus yet. Then we said, oh, let's go and get out of town and tour. We did okay in Columbus. We're not considered a big band or even a remotely known band, really. But can you blame anybody for, just not caring? I don't. Like I said, execution. If we had put forth better or more time and showed that we give a fuck, then maybe more people would have.
What are you ladies doing here tonight?
We're gonna go see Blue Oyster Cult.
You sure you want to see them? You should see the band playing here.
I think we're gonna see Blue Oyster Cult.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Black Cat Revival?
I haven't.
No.
Black what?
Black Cat Revival.
I think I've seen a sign.
You saw a sign? How do you just give up on something you put so much work into?
Oh, I think it takes the people that are around you that you depend on to keep it going, giving up for you to give up. But I mean, it just comes down to like, if, 2 out of the 4 people are like, fuck it. It kind of folds the whole project, and it's like, if other people don't give a shit,
What should you care?
Yeah, I mean, it's over. I wish it didn't have to be, I thought this was probably one of the best things I've ever done, but, it's like, I mean, it's kind of out of my control. It's like, if people want to shut it down, then it gets shut down.
We always thought we were much bigger than we were. You know, like, fuck that. Our only fans are really in our fucking heads.
We spend 2 days, 8 hours sitting and copying Dr. Doctor and Blue onto a tape, singles, so we could go and hand them out. And we spent all this time, we made them. And then we didn't do anything with them. Why do we put so much time in the creation, but nothing in the support?
If you take this flyer here, and you look at it in the sun, the cat has 2 eyes.
That's right.
Dude, that's why this flyer's so cool. 2 eyes. And you wonder why didn't we make it? We're so cool. Maybe the world wasn't ready for us yet. If anything, the world ate us up and spit us back out.
I think it shit you out there.
Yeah, it definitely shit us out. And now it's flushing us right down the toilet. It's crazy to think. There we are, we're going to be sitting right on top. We're going to be the freshest band in the big compost of shit. That'll get old too. Then we'll just rot and be forgotten.
So how many of you guys here knew us when we were Wiggle Pussy? Who knows the song Blue? Well, we're not going to play that song.
Do we take the road or the road less traveled?
It's a trick, man. It's a trick. Not always.
With the masses, always go where the masses aren't.
But how do we know? There's a lot of people who've gone this way.
What's that page? Oh, it's a fucking tennis.
Oh, I told you! I fucking told you! Oh, let's go this way. In the end result, we get a tennis court. How appropriate.
Hey, you got a shot some dude playing Temptation.
I told you.
So we'll just go walk back to them.
I like the trees, bro.
And that's my goal in life, is to be a fucking musician.
But why are you giving up on the last 6 years of your life, though?
That's a tough question, because I think about the last 6 years of my life and I go, holy fucking shit. 6 years, dude. I'm like 30 years old now. 24 years old. I was prime time. Let's go. I'm 30 years old. All of a sudden, people, the younger people, the ones who are in these younger bands who are kicking ass. Dude, and they're like, I don't know what I'd do if my band broke up, when I was 30. If I was 30, I'd probably, it comes down to that point where, man, I don't know if age becomes a factor. I don't fucking know.
No. Age isn't a factor. Are you serious?
We're not writing for anyone else but our enjoyment of writing. And if people want to hear it, cool. However, who's going to make a living of that? Why I feel bad, per se, about things is, did we do the best we could do to get us out there? Did we, as foreign, do you feel that we as a band tried our best?
Look at some of the gigs that you guys
Come on,
got.
dude.
That's
the fact that there was like boxes upon boxes upon boxes of 5,000 flyers that we just never handed out. Like,
it's not relevant.
Not putting the blame on anybody. It's just we as a collective we weren't focused on getting our name out. We weren't focused on trying to reach the person. We were more focused on looking good and trying to be bigger than we were than anything else. Do we need to comment on it?
Very big lap. Just lap's the reason? Yeah, lap's.
Well, it's because we thought we were going to be big shit.
I mean, like, you've got to have a lot of CDs.
We said, when we made our first CD, we were like, oh my god, we're going to sell so many.
50 boxes of our first album, 25 a piece in there.
So how much is that?
That's our whole entire career right there.
shit I spent.
It's all right there. Look, it's all right there.
Out of my own money on the
We
box.
spent $6,000, $10,000 and whatever. We're crying about this debt, but this is all the shit we spent our money on.
We didn't really see a return on that investment at all. I mean, there was so much spending up front. I mean, it's just crazy, stupid shit when you think about it. I mean,
the bottom line is we failed.
Because of ourselves.
No. Oh, yeah, that's the point.
No,
because
we did not
were lazy.
fail.
You gave up.
I came.
There's a difference.
I think you're right. I think
There's a difference.
Hey, I'm not giving up, dude. These pussies.
I'm not giving up either. I'm just evolving into something smarter than wasting money.
Oh, I love it. For a minute there, it was bitter. It's the same thing. You break up with this entity. You're in a relationship and you break up or whatever. And that sounds totally fucking gay. But I mean, that's what it was. It was a partnership. It was a relationship that we created, music together and had these dreams together. And what was the question? I got off track.
So individually, people started feeling. I think I know I did. I'm sort of filtering what I know of, Bill and Des and Jason's reactions through it. But I think it's probably a fair, assessment that you start feeling this pull between like, wow, you're not really doing anything. The rest of your life seems to be filled with not a professional demeanor, the professional is the wrong word. It's not that devotion to some sort of big craft. And this had all of this baggage of like this lazy fuck up escape that was wonderful for what it was. So it wasn't a hobby, but it also wasn't like your thing fully either. And that individual attention grows, and then you're like, how do you do that? Then you can't find something else without giving up this. I don't know.
It's really kind of a shame. I think that we're gonna look back and we're gonna listen to these CDs and we're gonna be like, this was the one band that could actually have taken us somewhere, and it's like, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. I seriously think, to be able to find a project that good, with the talent that good, it's over.
6 years, just like that.
Yep, that's what happens when people flake out. People have different priorities.
It's like, again, when you're in a relationship with somebody and everything goes great, but at the minute that you stop believing and I call it the poison. There's a certain thing that happens and it comes in and it seeps inside of you. And I always feel once that poison happens, there's no turning back. You can try to work it out, but it just will spread and ultimately destroy everything. And I think that poison, I started seeing that poison and, tried to ignore it, but I guess it was more within the band and the interactions with everybody. We just started kind of getting sick of each other. Not really. It was different. People started changing. We started changing. And rather than changing together, it's hard to change with 4 people. It's been done. There's tons of bands who do it, and wow. Lucky them, right? Or not, I don't know. So I'd say that was probably my biggest omen, my biggest something's not right.
California was calling, man. It's like, I think we would have been able to make something if we would have just kept doing the indie route and touring a lot, but other people had other plans and just we never were able to take it to fruition.
I know whatever I would have been doing, it would have been not nearly as interesting and fulfilling.
Exactly. I would agree with that.
Yeah, me too. All joking.
Fuck you.
All joking aside, it led me down a path of personal fulfillment.
Think of all the bad decisions that we crammed into a good 6 years of music.
Yeah. All the people that live an entire life unfulfilled, and we had a certain period of time in our lives that
glimmering hope.
That was all hope and all fulfillment in the pursuit of hope that a lot of people don't get. So I don't feel bad about it. I'm glad we did it, man. It enriched my life for sure.
Dude, you can't even track the amount of
everything else in your life that those years touched on.
I'm glad about the perspective it's given.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll cheers to that.
I went for a walk and the sun shine down forgiveness.
How close were you guys to being almost famous?
We weren't close at all. In our minds, though, in our heads, our own heads, we were rock stars. In our own heads, we were the best thing in the world. We said, fuck all you people who don't care, don't like, or don't show support. What? We don't need you? Oops. I guess we don't need people if we're just going to keep playing in a basement to ourselves. But I'm not giving up on anything. It just sucks to see this happen and then close the book. Just all that idealistic bullshit we were talking 4 years ago, I'm sure you have on tape, which is going to be classic. It's going to be classic.
You're like, what the fuck were we actually thinking and doing that? Like, why did we write that music? I have no idea why we wrote that music. Maybe it was specifically, goddamn, how the hell did we end up in Columbus in the middle of this fucking suburban nightmare?
It was an experience that was in my past that I will always hold dear and true in my heart. It'll always make me smile and shake my head at the same time. It's one of these. It'll get that every time. I'll show my kids. I'll be like, hey dudes, check this out. Or girls, whatever. I don't know. They'll know. So I'm proud of it. But I do miss it.
What does it feel like to be out here knowing that they're moved out here?
It's fucking great. It's wonderful. I'll be out here one day, maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Like, do you think we could have made it work?
Yeah.
No. It was, like, even now, like, I'll put it on and I listen to it occasionally, and I'm proud of it and it's cool, but it's not something that you can just, like, throw on at a party and have fun with, you know? It's kind of more like a little piece of art, which is cool. I'm really happy about the evolution of it, actually, because at first it all just started as like this, we all were embracing this chaotic thing and just kind of like taking it as far as we could, pushing every boundary that we could find, I guess. And that kind of resulted in something that I think is ambitious and interesting to listen to if you want to get interested in that kind of thing. But as the years went on, we kind of started learning how to write songs rather than just go up there and freak out. And that's what I'm proud with the evolution. Like, I'm really happy with the last album. I think it can stand and be somewhat palatable and enjoyable.
We were able to do that. I think we really grew as songwriters. I think that the towel was thrown in just way too quick.
Needed to give it another 3 or 4 years.
I know, totally. And like a lot more touring. And probably a lot more dedication in each of our personal lives. I know that in each one of our personal lives, I think we kind of never put the band first. The band was always like second or third, and that kind of killed it, I think. People going through crazy times in their lives can make some pretty good art. And I think what we created is really representative of that. And I'm proud of it.
You know, it'd be the best joke of all. If like life was an experiment. Is after going through all of this and then having all these ideas and then
seeing that nobody reviewed our shit, nobody seems to care, but we're like, God damn it, we're the best thing around, but really we suck.
The joke might be on us.
The fact that, you know,
The joke might be on us.
we suck. We really are not good. And we think we're the best things ever, and why aren't people picking up on that? You know?
No, we just suck.
I was talking with Mike about doing, 2 years from now, after, really honing down this documentary and releasing it as like the best band that ever was. Maybe we should just change the title and do like the documentary of the shittiest band in the world.
The band that thought it could, the band that thought it was good.
Yeah.
The band that thought, that's good.
Like that fucking thing, I remember writing down in a notebook like that.
The worst band in the world.
Bands are stories. Why is the story not entertainment alone?
Like our imaginary fans are awesome. All the people in our lives.
That's it. That's exactly right there. Because we're like playing.
Our imaginary fans.
Everything we do.
They rock out to the shit, don't they?
They're like, oh man,
they can't get enough, man.
We're like, and then we're like, they'll be. We're like, who is that?
We had big ambitions for it. It didn't go where we wanted it to, but what we got out of it was more than. It was better than if we had actually achieved our goal. So if we had achieved our goal, we'd still be dicking around in a shitty band, just playing to a few more people at a place and ruining the rest of our lives.
I think in a nutshell, from what I think you have of our footage of us doing our thing, this particular dream did not happen, but everything's okay.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now. We're in San Francisco. Granted, I don't live here, but my life is okay. My life is better now than it ever has been without that, as is probably everyone else in the band. We kind of broke off, and then to be able to catch that positivity on the fact that what we thought would be the end of the world was the beginning of our lives. The self-perpetuation aspect of this life and its self-perpetuating notions.
That's good. The end of a dream is the beginning of another.
Yes, exactly.
Why are we here? What are we supposed to do? What are we doing?
I'm gonna be fucking till I die. And I'm gonna be playing music until I die. Because I want more. Living in that moment where time stands still. Time goes by so fast anyway. It's kind of scary.
Thank you, everybody. That's it. You guys have all made us very happy people. The Black Cat Revival for the last time. Now let's party.
Alright, for this.
Man, that light.
Hey, if you want to be famous, you gotta deal with it.
Famous?
Get used to it.
Yeah.
You gotta get used to the bright lights, man, of fame. And
Yeah, dude.
Show biz.
I'm famous to 10 people, man. Cheers to those 10 people. Happy New Year.
What do you want from me? You keep looking at me. Don't look at me.